Igbo mụrụ nze m ọzọ, anyị ekene unu ọzọ n'ụbọchị uhuruchi tata. Anyị sị unu ụtụtụ ọma, efifie ọma, mgbede ọma, site na ngara ebe isi wee na-esoyere anyị n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị nke taa na Igbo midia, bụ ebe anyị si wee na-ewetara unu ya bụ ife gbara ọkpụrụkpụ na-eme na ana Igbo dị iche iche, obodo dị iche iche na ana Igbo na obodo nke anyị nọ n'ime ya. Dịka o si dị, ọbụna nke a bụ mgbọsị izizi gị ị na-esonyere anyị n'iru akwụkwọ na Igbo midia, ekabalụ ka imetụ aka n'ebe a na-acha red and subscribe, share ekwe ya, gbakwa ụmụnne anyị ndị ọzọ ka fa na-esonyekwara anyị n'ihe anyị na-eme.
And we will never ever raise our arms against civilians and children, because we believe in respect to human dignity and respect to life of others. But any day you carry gun as a Christian to take the life of other people that have no guns, it will become the worst thing that the world will talk about. But look at what Palestine did, and look at what is happening all over the world. They are voting for them after the terrorism against Israel. So Biafra people, we will not do the same thing. But what we are going to do is to make sure that those who have killed Biafra people for ages will never ever kill them again and go free. It does not matter how long this is going to take us. We are also making sure that Nigeria will never have its presence in Biafra land after December 2nd. And you know, like I have said in the past, between now and December 2nd, a lot is going to happen. We will make sure there is no Nigeria government, any government present will be in Biafra land. It is going to take time. We don't care. But our target and our main focus is to make sure there is no Nigeria present in Biafra territory. No Nigeria vehicle, no Nigeria painted vehicle, no official vehicle will be operating and using Biafra road freely going for before this December 2nd. And anybody that is seen using Biafra, using Nigeria painted vehicle or Nigeria police or army, anywhere you see them, they are the terrorists we have in our land who shelled the killers of our people, who shelled these Fulani terrorists to come to our land. And our target is to get rid of them. It is called the delegitimization of the terrorist state within Biafra territory. So it doesn't matter what the propaganda the enemies are carrying. I want Biafrans to remain focused on our goal and our task. What we do now is put your eye on the rising sun. So remain focused, and all we need is support and prayer. Like I said, if you do not do the unthinkable, the enemy will think that you are joking. And I want everybody to understand that the unthinkable we are doing is to make sure that we defend ourselves against terrorist state of Nigeria. And the defending ourselves will also extend by making sure that the presence of Nigeria within Biafra land, we will continue to delegitimize them and make sure we get rid of them. So from the checkpoint, for the past years, for the last 2 years or so, we have been hammering on checkpoint. It takes time, but it is happening. Checkpoints will be dislodged. It does not matter how long it takes us, but we will continue to dislodge them. So those of you that still have checkpoint in your area, do not worry. Their time is coming. We will dislodge them. I will never give them a breathing space. Enugu, former Ebonyi, former Anambra, Bayelsa, Rivers, Delta, former Calabar, Akwa Ibom, Cross River, all of them, we are starting opening new fronts to make sure that Nigeria will never breathe in our land. And it needed your support, everything, needed your prayers, and the media team also need your support and prayers, because you have seen the power of media in what is happening with Israel and Palestine. Everybody, I was watching and listening to the statement and the vote at the United Nations, and I shook my head. They are now validating terrorism because they are not Christians. But any day you do it in Nigeria, believe me, the whole world will condemn you. But you know, not the way others fought their own is the way we are going to fight our own. Our own is a very peculiar case that needed to be fought completely different from other people. That's why we have designed our own. Now, those people that are always telling you, how do you fight? You tell me where somebody have fight. Tell me where somebody have done. Have you seen where in any country in this world that fought for freedom, where the people went and killed children and women, kidnapped them, and then the world is defending them? Tell me where that thing happened. But it happened now. It finally happened in 2024. It finally become a norm under our own very eyes. We are watching them validate terrorism against Israel. But people tell you, it is wrong, you don't do this, and get free. You see it happening. Tell me, what are you going to say? You see, the entire world now is against Israel. Something that has never happened before. So we are changing this world. And like I said, your freedom is in your hand. Do not allow anybody to dictate who you are. You are somebody. You have a culture. You have value. Do not allow anybody going forward to dictate to you how to live your life. That's what Biafra is doing today. We will make sure that our arms will never go against civilians, but always to Nigeria Army and police and every other Nigeria agent carrying guns that are facilitating this terrorism against Biafra. Our gun goes against them. Till the day we will declare and restore Biafra, and today Biafra will be recognized by this same UN. There are certain presidents. We are going there. We will meet them at the UN General Assembly. The game is on. And then let us see how they will vote for Palestine and reject Biafra. I greet you all. The war have just started. They won't.
Thank you so much. Thank you, our Prime Minister, His Excellency, Obatobie Agune Chemba, Mazi Ekpa Simon and Joko. We thank you for this message. It is clear, my people, that we, the Biafrans, it is time for us to keep all eyes on the rising sun. Our freedom is near, it's at heart, it's at hand, my people. It is time for us to remain focused, remain resolute, keep on fighting the good fight, and support the Prime Minister, the Biafra Republic government is Gazal, and also the cabinet. My fellow Biafrans, we should know that Israel will never be left alone. We shall join Israel in this war. Let the world do what they want to do. Let them go out there and vote and do their voting. For we and our people, we shall never let go our distant relatives. We are relatives to Israel. They are people, we are from the same lineage, the same bloodline, and the same family. So Israel's freedom is Biafra's freedom, and vice versa. My fellow Biafrans, today I just want to implore you to keep on doing what you are doing. So far, we can see the changes. When you check the milestones, when you see how far and how well we have gone since the creation of the Biafra Republic government in exile, I marvel sometimes, and sometimes I feel like crying for joy. Because I know that this new generation, we are the ones destined for freedom. We have cried in the day, we have cried in the night, we have cried morning, afternoon, summer, winter, you name it. For so long, they have given us a deaf ear in Nigeria. because they know that we, the people of Biafra, we need our freedom, and we have come to set the record straight that we do not wish to belong to that contraption called Nigeria. So the Zoo government, along with their cronies, they have gone all out. They've come with different strategies. They've come with different collaborations, policies to make sure they keep us as one. Despite they know that the resources that run that zoo called Nigeria come from the land of Biafra, but still they made sure that the Biafrans never come around the corridors of power. My fellow Biafrans in diaspora, for example, you have tasted the best of life. You know what it means to be a citizen of a country. You know when you pay your taxes that the government, the local government, your councils and the community chairmen or whatever, you know they use those funds for a greater good for the people in that community. But in the case of Biafra, despite all the resources coming from the land, despite the oil, the gold, the silver, the uranium being stolen from the land of Biafra, we, the Biafrans, still lay at the bottom of the food chain. Because what is happening in Nigeria is not a country. It is a business, a contraption created by Britain and being managed by the Fulani Caliphate. So this year is the year, my people. This is the year to break away from the uncivilized and start competing with the world in the 21st century. This is the year we break away from backwardness. Those who love to be in the dark ages, they can continue with their Nigeria. Those who love to be the bottom feeders, those who don't believe in economic growth, those who don't believe in development, those who don't believe in capability building, those who claim to be kings, local champions in Africa, but when they come to Europe, they turn to beggars and paupers, begging the IMF and begging different countries for arms, money, and the rest of them. We, the Biafrans, we are not paupers. We know who we are. We know how God blessed us in our resources in our land. We know whence we control our land called Biafra. We know how best we can do in competing with the international world. This is why we must support our Prime Minister. This is why we must support the Biafra Republic government in exile. Because this year, Biafra will be actualized. I believe so. It will be a year for the whole world to know that the rising sun has come to shine forever. This will be the year for the whole world to know that we, the Biafrans, even though scattered all across the globe, we shall be going back home. The real exodus you saw in your Bible, the movement of God's people to the promised land, you will see that come to pass from I believe, the 2nd of December this year. Lord have mercy. This is the year to do it. My fellow Biafrans, I want us to remain focused, no matter what the enemies do, because when you notice the enemies, every time Biafra is about to be free, at the same time they are attacking the Jews and Israel. Even in the days of the Biafran war, you saw the attack. Israel was also going through their own war. And now again, we have declared for the freedom of Biafra, and suddenly, countries are voting to have Palestine as a member of, you name it. My fellow Biafrans, we must remain focused. That is the goal. We must make sure that this year we support our Prime Minister in everything he's doing, because he has told us, he has laid down the blueprint. All the itineraries have now been in place. All the goals, the short-term goals, medium-term goals, long-term goals, these has been documented. They have been communicated to the people of Biafra. And we are saying we are ready to go all out to achieve them. So my people, at this point, I want to call upon you, to implore you to keep doing the good work. Do not allow them to distract us this year. Our freedom is coming. This is the year to turn things around. My people, today I want to call upon the gods of Biafra. That Lord, oh my God, the way they supported our leader Nnamdi Kanu, the way they were able to guide him to pilot the affairs of Biafra before he was kidnapped, sold and betrayed by those around him. Even before he's kidnapped, God still found a way to give him those words when he called out for 100 men. And through that, there was a continuity in the actualization struggle and movement. I am calling on the gods to support our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, in this same trend. We need all the support from the gods, the prayer, because the 2nd of December is fast approaching. And when it comes, there'll be no more looking back. For me and my people, me and my household, we are ready to go all out. We shall support the movement of the Biafran people. This is what we want. We have told our Prime Minister all our heart desires. We have told our Prime Minister and the cabinet they need to be free. They need to break away from Nigeria from this year. So from the 2nd of December, my people, we must make sure everything is laid on the ground. We must make sure the foundation is laid, and that come what may, we shall be rejoicing as we start implementing the freedom of God's people. My fellow Biafrans, please ignore the naysayers. Sometimes it is good to allow the dead to bury the dead. Forget what the zoo government they are talking about. Forget their politics. Those who claim they were looking for a new Nigeria, now they are talking about 2027 election. That tells you they don't have a goal or vision. They are only going according to the flow of the caliphate. They will never, deceive us. We are not the type that could be easily misled by those they call the politicians and the rulers of Nigeria. My dear friends, the next few weeks, the next few months might be tough, because the way things are going, even in the international space, we must be ready to support our Israel brothers, because they're also going through a tough time. And we are glad our Prime Minister has made it clear that we and Israel, the partnership is on. We shall forever be our brother's keeper. My fellow Biafrans, at this point, I want to thank you all who have been supporting us. We in the media, we are the ones making sure we propagate the news. We are the ones making sure you are updated with the day-to-day activities of our Prime Minister, of those in the cabinet, and those in the media. My fellow Biafrans, we need your support. We need your prayers. And we must make sure all hands are on deck towards achieving Biafra. Thank you very much for listening to this broadcast. And I say, may the good God continue to guide you. From me, from here, for now, I want to say thank you. Bye-bye.
Biafra, anozim na Biafra ugbu Simon Ikpanjoko, Okemo, Mondozo, gas na sopurugi, Okemo, Simon, Okemo, Mondozo, gana sopurugi, Okemo. Hey! Welcome, Ejiri Henile. Welcome, Kamwagi, Eminem retire 2014. But Biafra. We are in Biafra. And you know na Biafra.
Yes.
Ndị niile nọ na-eme ihe niile a kemgbe agara m rịapụtala kemgbe kama ahụ adịghị nne m mụ na nne m anọgide na California ma eburu ya n'ụlọ ya gakwuru okike ya ma lọghachi n'afọ a oke mmadụ enwe m okwu achọkwanụ m kama achọ m ka ị mara na ịbụ Chineke. You are God. You are. Do you understand that? You are God. And the other gods you work with. I don't expect anything in life. I deal with whatever I see as I see it.
Yes.
I didn't think. I didn't put it into perspective, into any type of perspective. Seeing today. And that I'm seeing today, I'm experiencing today. Osworum, I am content.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, my Prime Minister, there is no name under the earth that fits you. There is no name. Chineke Brakwala no Wedeho. Njoko. Onye pana na aga close to Njoko ya fokwi bitu yaka. Njoko.
Thank you. So right, I continue from there and.
And by Dalo Lineno, only if Konisi, when I saw any and many rock one Basinketa, I said Basinketa Malo Noma, I think which Korea zero, and the Cosidi, and the Kindle, if I be from Prime Minister Kuni Rockwa, Zoduki Biabo, Iabo, Ibo Media, Kaisiko when you tell Nukozia do Kemba, Geniki when you Basta Makaya be fair. Kabaroke drop for your comment, your own suggestion. Ni endani ne Biafran Prime Minister Kuni Rockwa. Thank you so much and stay tuned at Igbo Media. Daro no munem kemesian.